As some of you may have seen, I decided to launch my first ever in-person event. To be honest, it's outside my comfort zone, and it's something that I've kind of dreamt about doing and wanted to do, but I want to document and showcase the process of me marketing it, regardless of whether it fails or not. And to give you some context, right now I'm sat in one of the rooms I might use, hence why we're filming this video here. Or there's a slightly larger room if things go really well with ticket sales, which I've used before, for a collaboration kind of event where I was speaking at it and talking mostly about the content creation side of this. But for me, this event is a hybrid of some of the stuff I've done before, yes, but also it's one of those things where AI is a hot topic, and a lot of people are very concerned about AI. They're very concerned about what it can do, what it can't do, what it should do, perhaps. And for me, as someone who has, worked with it, who works with it on a semi-daily basis, there is use cases and there is things you can do to use it and should do to use it, but there's also cases and also kind of skills that you need to be aware of when it comes to how you should use specific models. We won't be going into too technical detail in this event. Specifically, the job of this is an introductory to how I personally use AI, but also how it can supercharge your content creation and, at the end of the day, your marketing, to help and showcase and highlight your expertise and put you on that content creation journey when it comes to actually looking to build that personal brand or that business brand, or position yourself as an expert specifically in that respect as well. So that's for my goal specifically in the event. So I personally built it so that it's only 2 hours. I didn't want it to drag. I didn't want it to be too long. There's going to be practical exercises where people can specifically get their hands on the tech, really understand. And I'm going to invite you, if you're coming to this event and would like to come to this event, of course, to bring your laptops, your phones, because we will have practical processes. You are going to be able to use and be guided through how to use ChatGPT, for example. But also you'll be able to use your smartphone to be in a position where you can leave with, firstly, the knowledge of how to use AI to help research, help ideate, help come up with scripts if that's the route you want to go, and give you a position where you are able to use it as a tool to increase the output that you can do, but also it's not necessarily always going to sound robotic. That's something I hear a lot, where people are worried that it's going to sound not like them and it's going to actually damage their brand potentially in that respect as well. So in this workshop specifically, I'm going to be going over how, firstly, I use it, how you could potentially use it to create ideas for your content creation, how to analyze your competitors, how to build research from your competitors to see what you're doing differently, see where gaps are in the market, but also how I'm using other AI tools to cut something longer form, such as a podcast, into potentially hundreds of clips depending on how you use it, how I use that workflow to actually create a YouTube podcast that is more likely to get higher views because of a hook, value add, call to action structure. Specifically, I'll talk about all these things in this workshop as well. And then also for those who want to potentially be introduced to creating some content and creating it quickly with just phones. If you have access to Premiere and you want that a little bit more in depth, I'll show you an example of an editing tool that does use AI to auto cut a multicam sequence. Now, yes, this might be specifically video orientated, but that's my wheelhouse. That's what I know. So that's what I'm going to help teach you in this workshop. This event is going to be taking place at Thursday, the 11th of September at 10 a.m. to lunchtime here at 10's in Salisbury, and tickets are just £10. So follow the link in and around this video to go over to the event page and book your ticket today.